Welcome back to the Hunter of Dividends YouTube channel. We're going to take a look at another dividend stock here today. It's been a while since I've done one of these. We'll be doing more breakdowns here in the coming weeks. Let's take a look at WP Carey, ticker symbol WPC. I wanted to look at this one today because it has sold off here in recent weeks. I actually bought some of this stock here today as I record this on April 14th, 2023. I'll be adding this. I had a very small position in this one, going to up my position in this one in the coming days even more. So let's take a look at why I like WP Carey. We'll look at Simply Safe Dividends. We'll look at fast graphs, a couple analyst reports. Try to look at this here pretty quickly. I know your time's valuable. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up. If you like the information, you can subscribe to my channel here below. Also follow me on Twitter @Hunt Dividends. Let's get into WP Carey. Let's first take a look at Simply Safe Dividends. Currently has a dividend yield of 5.98%. The dividend safety score is 73, which is solid, especially for a dividend yield sitting that high, almost 6%. This is not a high growth dividend, just 1%, its most recent dividend growth. I wouldn't expect to see a ton of dividend growth here, but you are sitting at about 6%. Market cap 15.5 billion, beta 0.51, so pretty low beta stock. Price 71.38, which is interesting because as recently as last month, this one was $82 a share. So it's come down a decent amount here. Let's scroll down, take a look at the dividend safety. They think a dividend cut is unlikely. What is WP Carey? 1973, formed, diversified REIT. Single tenant commercial real estate. Over half of its properties located in the U.S., most of the rest in Northern and Western Europe. Over 1,300 properties, about 170 million rentable square feet, leased to more than 350 tenants. So a very diverse portfolio, which I think is very important when you're looking at REITs, certainly. Some of its top tenants, U-Haul, Marriott, Advance Auto Parts, some really big names there, and some names that are in pretty good shape. So the firm maintained its historically strong occupancy rates near 100% and collected nearly all of its rent through the pandemic of 2020, which I think is a great sign of the future for WP Carey as well. They've increased their dividend every year since 1998. So let's look here. The payout ratio is sitting at 80% as far as an FFO payout ratio. That's a better way to view REITs than a typical stock. 13.3, it's price to AFFO ratio comparison, a bit cheaper than the average REIT, but right around that margin. You see the 52-week range, it is getting pretty close to its 52-week low at this point. It's the lowest it's been here in 5 months now. If we look down a little bit more, we see sales growth kind of up and down, but never really a really bad year here anywhere. Total sales has gone up quite a bit here in the last 10 years. As you can see, return on equity, about what you would expect here. Net debt, it's right around the range that you would expect. The interest coverage is pretty solid at 3.35. So I see a lot of good things from WP Carey there. As I switch screens here, let's take a look at fast graphs. I like fast graphs here quite a bit. This is a really helpful tool when you're looking at dividend stocks to see what would be a good way to look at, the best way to try to value a company. Valuation is important. As I try to pull this up here, apologies for the little bit of technical difficulty. It's been a while, guys. So we'll be patient, and I will share this next screen here with fast graphs. Fast graphs, WP Carey. Take a look here as we see WP Carey price correlated with operating cash flow. This is a historical normal multiple. Right now, it's sitting at the 13.57, blended price to FFO of 13.31, dividend yield almost 6%, like I said. This is a company that if you just looked at a normalized ratio, you'd get a total annualized rate of return by the end of 2025 of 11.74%, which is certainly a very nice market beating average through the end of 2024, 13.04. If you want to look here, we can look at different metrics. The sales metric, normal multiple, it's just a bit lower than normal. If you look at projected sales, that would be a 14.61% rate of return, and that's on a normal multiple. I think this is a stock that is not like wildly cheap by any means, but I do think that WP Carey is in a range now that, I want to add some, because I think REITs inside a Roth IRA, and that's something important to note too. I'm only buying this inside the Roth because I don't want the ordinary income dividends. It makes such a big difference. So definitely would make sure that you look at the Roth IRA for putting stocks like WP Carey, Realty Income, other ones like that, because it's just a huge saver tax-wise. So let's take a look here briefly at I'll share a screen of some analyst thoughts about this one. WP Carey, right now, we see the street has a buy on this one. CFRA information on this one is looking at this as a buy, risk evaluation a low, growth positive, valuation neutral. I think that's fair. I think it's not like wildly undervalued, but I do think this is a stock that has come into the value range where I want to own this in the long term. Let's take a look here briefly at the SMART score. This is through TD Ameritrade, which this account's going to be Schwab here pretty soon. But the analyst ratings, strong buy, average price target $88. Hedge fund activity has increased here in the last quarter. News sentiment is bullish. I don't like to look at that type of thing too much. Fundamentals are something that's a lot more important to me. So overall, WPC, a pretty good look there. And, as I said, I think WP Carey is a good stock to be looking toward purchasing as it drops here. We've seen the market kind of sour on REITs a little bit here of late. I think that gives us a good chance to look at a company like WP Carey with its strong interest coverage, the Simply Safe dividend score of 73, the dividend safety score. I like the ability here of WP Carey going forward to have a market-leading rate of return. And again, as a dividend investor, you give me 6%. I love that kind of dividend yield. You're not going to see that from too many high-quality REITs with that really impressive dividend safety score. So that's been a look at WP Carey, ticker symbol WPC, from a dividend stock analysis standpoint. I'll be doing more of these here coming up soon. Subscribe to the channel. Give this some thumbs up if you like it. Follow me at Hunt Dividends. Hope everybody has a great rest of the week, and I'll see you back again soon.